Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your live watch along for Sydney FC versus Wrexham AFC, the second leg of the Down Under Tour. And we got a very, very special guest with us today to hang out, watch the game, and just, talk all things Wrexham. And yeah, I'm excited to do this. So I'm going to bring him in a second if I get that thumbs up. Yeah, I think a double thumbs up. And there he is, the Velvet Hammer, Mark Griffiths. How you doing?
I'm doing well. If you got two thumbs, use them. That's what my mum always told me.
Yeah, two thumbs. Good to see you. It is 2:22 in the morning right now, but you're at a 10:22, which is good for you. So this is a good time for you to watch a game, right?
Yeah, backstage, I was able to mock you over having to get up so early. So, much as I'd want to show sympathy, you can hear the tone of my voice. I have no sympathy. It's hilarious.
No sympathy. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, listen, I feel bad for our Aussie folks. It's usually at the opposite end of the world doing this. But you know what? Here we go. It's an absolute treat to hang out with you and watch the game. So thank you all for coming in, and thank you, Mark, for hanging out.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Should be interesting.
It should be interesting. Yes, but everyone's saying, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, E? Everybody is in the house. Mark, Dark Knight. I'm going to try to work through this. So, look, the only thing we're not going to have tonight, everybody, is the timer, but we'll have everything else. And, we have the Velvet Hammer. We have Mark. So we're good to go. It's a good time. So the lineup, Mark, have we taken a peek at this?
Yes. Shame that Hardy's not there, but I guess, well, gosh, you can't take any chances, can you, with a head injury? So that's a pity.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Beyond that, you can't read too much, can you, into friendly lineups to a great extent about getting the.
We have an invader, Mark.
Right.
Mark, we have an invader. Oh my!
Cheers.
Hello. Oh, God. He's at the game. That's Ken.
Oh, what's the good word, Ken?
Hey, Mark. How you going?
Hey, not too bad.
Welcome to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, look at that. That is superb.
Beautiful.
We've just had Sean Harvey, Ben Tozer, and Mark Bosnich do an interview here in the VIP lounge.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Great. And the stadium is packing out.
Yeah.
The atmosphere here tonight is going to be electric. It's going to be bigger than Melbourne.
There's fireworks going off over his shoulder, Mark. You see that?
Well, I mean, if I know anything from when I've been to Australia, it's that the most important thing is Sydney's bigger than Melbourne in everything.
Well, the Melbourneites mightn't like to hear that. And I think
yeah, exactly.
if they ever come back, I think they might try and play them at the MCG and get 100,000.
Yes.
Well, it looks like a crazy night. So the lineup is, we were just about to talk about the lineup, and Ollie Palmer again has made it in there, and Harry Ashfield, your favorite. But no Ryan Hardy, we were just saying too. Any word on the ground there, Ken?
No, there's no word about Smith being injured or anything like that. He's not even in the reserve, so that's interesting. And I noticed they've given AO the night off, so they're playing Danny Ward and Callum Burton. So that's interesting. But I think it's interesting how they've mixed up the 11 from the Melbourne game to this game to put different players together. So it will be interesting to see how the team performs tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important because, like I was just saying, conditioning is a big part of pre-season, but also those little combinations. I think Ashfield looks really good working off Hardy, and so now let's see how he works off a big target man. It should be interesting to see that.
Yeah, and my hat's off. I thought Palmer played great on Friday night in Melbourne.
He did. Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, no Smith again tonight either. McLean did get the start. I'm sure he's got the captaincy. Danny Ward, we got to get a good look at. Maybe he'll get a workout. I mean, I think he had one shot on him last time.
And that hit the bar. He didn't have a chance to move for it, did he?
Yeah. Well done.
I know it's early for you, Josh. It's 10:30 in the morning for you, Mark.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, already been out, had a coffee.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, well, it's not 10:30 in the morning. That's why I'm drinking bubbles. I'm celebrating our victory already.
Excellent.
But
Keep it
teams are about,
realistic.
teams are about to come up. That kit
Well,
looks
look,
really
I'll
smart.
get going. The teams are about to come out. Have a great call, guys. Enjoy the game.
All right, Ken. Good day, Ken.
Have a good time.
So you kick me out, Josh.
All right, I got you. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
obviously Ken is on the ground there. Ken is on the ground. I just noticed, by the way, did you see this too? That that we have the home side. We're in the home. I don't know, which is odd. I thought we'd be the away team. No.
That's me making a noise, isn't it? I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Shoot the rehearsal.
I'll fix that for you now.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I'll fix it for you now.
Yellow kits, by the way, too.
Phew, sorry about that.
It's all good. Morning, Patty. How you doing? The kit, you get the yellow kit on too.
I see Joe Rice saying, are Hardy and Smith the only two guaranteed starters? I don't think so. I think there'll be more strikers coming in myself. I'm not saying, obviously, Smith's terrific and we brought him in to perform at championship level, and likewise, Hardy. But, as we see with bringing in players like Danny Ward, and we've already got Okonkwo, as we see when we bring in Longman, when we've already got Ryan Barnett, you're strengthening your squad by bringing players in even when you look well catered for in that part of the pitch. So, that's going to be very interesting, that I think. Yeah,
I mean, the fact that Palmer's getting a run out again. I mean, he did play well the other night. You got to give him, give him credit for that. But we still need depth, and we need goals. I mean, we need goals. And where are they going to come from? Hopefully not just from the strikers, some midfield too. It'd be great. I think we still need a midfielder as well.
And let's not forget Jay Rodriguez as well, who's he's got such a pedigree, and his intelligence and movements, I think, will be very valuable this season.
Yeah, we're not done with this team yet, for sure. Steve Barton says, "Let's go yellow and green dragons." I like the kit. Did you get a chance to take a peek at it at all? Or there it is, right there. Wow.
It's good, isn't it?
it's really good. Yeah. Again, we don't have the clock tonight. We're just trying to sync up the best we can. Everyone out there, thanks for coming in. We're just gonna catch a little Wrexham game in the middle of the night and then in the morning for you. That kit does look smart though. It really does.
I give myself a real problem by trying to use my my speakers both to talk to you and watch the game, as you heard a moment ago. So I've just had to work out an alternative. That looks more like it there. Okay. I can watch the game now. That's a relief.
Perfect. That's great.
It's always handy, isn't it? In these circumstances.
I did. I realized that we're the home team. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I could probably switch that around. Or does anyone not care about that? Do we know what Sam Smith's injury is? We think it was Stephen. We think there's a slight ankle knock, but we don't. At least I don't have any information on that, unless you do, Ken.
As long as it's slight ankle rather than a serious ankle, we'll be okay.
Yeah, slight than a serious. Let me see. This is going to drive me mad if I don't do this here. I'm going to change this here. It looks like a really packed house there, which is amazing.
And it's a hell of a stadium as well. So terrific to be selling tickets like that. But I mean, it does show, doesn't it?
Oh, what a beautiful, And I mean, the fact that we could sell out a 40,000 seat stadium in Sydney, Australia is insane.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
And again, just for the starting lineups there too, it is Danny Ward, Aaron James. I'm good to see him out. O'Connell, Lewis Brunt, Ryan Brunt, George Evans, George Dobson, Ollie Rathbone, James McLean, who I believe is the captain, Harry Ashfield getting a start next to Ollie Palmer. So I don't know about for you, but they're standing over. They're going to kick off. I don't know I know you're still working on things, but the game just kicked off for me. Am I ahead of you or behind you?
You're ahead of me.
Okay.
I'll try and look surprised. No, hang on, I'm behind you. I won't be surprised.
Yeah. We are going right to left on your screen, and the kit looks great. I mean, it looks a little Norwich City, though. It does look a little Norwich City, though.
We had a very similar kit about 20 years ago, an away kit, which I had, and it's a lovely shady yellow. I like it.
Oh, it is a lot. Yeah, the green is nice. Oh, the arty art. I could try to pause mine as well. Just let me know where you're at. Have you started
just
up?
Kicked off now. 15 seconds in.
Okay, let me see if I can pause. I'll pause.
20 now.
Okay, I'm at 42, so I'm pausing it right now. I should be able to...
I'll give you a shout at 42, shall I?
Yep, sure.
George Dobson get one of his trademark crunching tackles in. There's no pre-season for that guy.
No.
Right, 40, 41, 42.
Perfect. Oh, shit. Really? Oh, of course, mine went back to the start. What is going on here? Oh, man. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm definitely. Why won't it let me pause it? Of course, it won't let me pause it. Well, this is all the brilliance of it there, too. That's okay.
Lots of space allowed for McLean then to get his cross in. You know, I mean, they usually play 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Sydney, and the problem with that formation is your wide attackers might not track back, and certainly didn't that time. McLean had all the time in the world.
Did we know? So they're in preseason as well here too, correct?
Yeah, but crazily so, because I don't know, half a chance then for us wouldn't quite drop. Their league season, believe it or not, starts in October. Now they do have games coming up because the Australia Cup is played like a pre-season tournament, like a game every fortnight until October. So they're in the last 32. That's where the top level teams come in. So they're kind of building to that. But when you look at their squad, you think they've lost a few players from last year. Didn't do well last year, and they haven't brought many in at all. So I think they're, looks to me like maybe the Australia Cup is secondary to them getting ready for October.
Yeah,
this is their full strength squad yet, I suspect.
And Douglas Costa not getting a run out. I think he went back. He got permission to go back to Brazil. Good player, really good player.
Fantastic player.
Yeah.
I thought that might be a bit of indulgence. I'm the star player. I'm going to stay in Brazil and miss a bit of preseason. But when you realise that their preseason is going to go on till October,
yeah,
you can understand. Yeah, actually, maybe you will cut him a bit of slack.
How old is he? I don't know. Anyone in the chat know how old Douglas Costa is? Unless we already have that up. I mean, he is a good player.
30-ish.
He's got close, right? I would guess, right? So I'm just trying to. This is going to bother me if I don't change this around. The having him on a thing here. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm at 3:32. My thing won't pause, but we'll work it out. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. But 1 second here, Mark. Apologies. This is a first. B. There we go. Bang. I'm just changing the Wrexham and the Sydney on the side to put it correct here. Ooh. George, what do you make of George Evans getting out there? I think he's got a chance to play this year. I think he's going to stay.
Definitely. I mean, he's got the pedigree, isn't he? He's played a lot of football in the Championship.
Yeah.
And but he didn't have a good time last season. The injury he got at what was a Stevenage didn't help. So,
yeah.
But he's got quality. I mean, he genuinely has got quality on the ball. And don't forget, early on, he was playing centre-back as well for us. And we want centre-backs who can play out from the back. So I think he brings lots to the squad. I think he'll be registered, definitely.
Yeah, and he's good locker room guy, like you said, too. He's definitely definitely has the ability to, get on the pitch. He knows the league well.
Yeah. And he's, we need him for his modelling, don't we? We're selling these kits.
Yeah,
we need that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. See, Lord, I'm a little bit ahead of Mark, so I'm just gonna kind of just go on what Mark's doing. But we're thanks for coming in. I appreciate what everyone having here. Greetings from LBC. Stayed up from Melbourne and set an alarm for the Sydney one. I'll decide what to do for Wellington. Having the Velvet Hammer join us is a treat. Yes, it is. It's an absolute treat.
You're very kind.
Yeah. Yeah. The first. So I'm just going to switch this around. What do you see so far? I mean, obviously it's about fitness and everything. What do you I mean, Dobson, like you said, still already going in on everybody.
Well, we certainly seem to have settled into the game quicker than they have.
Yeah.
We're getting the ball down. We're getting it out wide as well. And, you know, I just see us hurrying their defenders. I mean, Melbourne were a bit vulnerable, I thought, sometimes when we put pressure on them. And, you know, we pressed well, especially in the second half, I thought. At the moment, that seems to be pretty effective against Sydney. Like I said, they probably haven't got their full squad together for the season because the league doesn't start till October. And looking at the balance of players going in and out, they've lost a lot more than they brought in.
Yeah,
and it's quite a young-looking team. It's a strong team. Don't get me wrong. It's you know, pretty much they've picked a first 11, but it's a very young squad. So you know, hopefully we can impose ourselves and, you know, get another result like last time. Not the results matter, I suppose, in pre-season, but it's nice. It's nice to win.
It's good to see Aaron James and Harry Ashfield seems to be playing just behind Ollie there.
Yeah, I think his second striker is his natural position. He's done well there just to win the ball back in midfield as well. And I think he can play up front, and as he showed him, I was impressed against Sydney. He's a real goal threat, wasn't he? But I like it when he drops off. For me, he's a sort of Elliot Lee style player as well.
Yeah,
you know, just carrying the ball forwards, dropping off, facing the opposing goal, and actually carrying the ball into dangerous areas. But it's nice he can do both. Yeah,
he's great on the half turn too. Head up, wants the ball to feet. You know, and I was surprised like the goal he almost scored with his head. I was like, oh, he's aggressive. I thought it was really good.
I see Alan is an astronomer. There's a new mouse. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of new moons then. New mouse.
New mouse. Yeah.
Seems to be the main subject of discussion on the comments.
Nikki D says he's been fighting with his computer. May not connected to Bluetooth. Left my. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So in the US, you can watch it on CBSN in the USA. I actually bought the package here, so I spent $35 because you know what? It's just what you do when you do it. So, but I think in the UK, Mark, you can watch it on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website. It's also being streamed on S4C, the Welsh language channel. S4C. So yes, it's here we've got a few options. I've just realised they're right back. That's oh gosh, what's his name? The Hardy, is it the guy who is their club hero?
Oh,
He's
really?
famous for having a mullet. But he shaved it off for charity a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And he seems to have shaved his head again. I've seen more recent pictures of him. He's got hair normally. But yeah, proper full skinhead. Fair play to him.
I'll try to bring
another charity thing.
Good on him. Yeah, some of the players, I'm trying to see I can't get their squad on FOTMOP here, which is not great. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'll tell you his name in a second. Pitch looks a little rugged. Okay.
Ryan Grant. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Pitch looks a little rugged. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, it's still got the markings on from, well, that's rugby league, is it? I'm just trying to work out what it is. They play cricket there as well with a drop-in pitch. So it's like a multi-use stadium. It's no race course in terms of the pitch.
No. Oh, have you been by the race course yet to see how it's looking? I hear it's.
I think you can't get in to see it, but I've seen the footage. It looks like a carpet, doesn't it? It looks fantastic.
It'll be beautiful again, worth the money too, for sure. Trying to bring up their team.
Definitely. Reliable Express saying about a charity mullet. But apparently he was really well known for it. And then he had to get special permission from the Asian Football Confederation because they were playing a Champions League game in the UAE, and they have rules apparently in the UAE about extreme and offensive hairstyles and hair colorings, and so he had to get special permission from the Asian Football Confederation to be able to have his mullet when they plays in the UAE.
Really?
Fab facts.
What?
I done my research.
Well, see, this is what happens. You do the research, you get the good stuff. Yeah, so their team, Gus Hofesloot, Ryan Grant, that's the captain you're just talking about, Alex Popovich, Jordan, Courtney Perkins, Joel King, Corey Hallman, and Yule. I'm screwing all these names up. Quintrell, Wood, and Komodo. I mean, yeah, I screwed all those names up. Sorry about that. But,
well, there's some interesting ones. Lolly is the really standout name for Wrexham fans. Number 10. He played for Kidderminster against us, 2013, 2014. And I remember going to the game there, and it's a halftime story, this, but there was I always had a relationship with the people who sitting in front of me at Kidderminster, the fans. It's a weird one. And I remember the guy telling me, this Lolly lad, he's sensational. And he did look terrific. It was the famous ghost goal game where Wrexham scored a goal that went through a hole in the net, and the ref didn't give it. But Lolly scored 2 goals in that match against us, and then moved on at the end of the season and has had a good career in the Football League at higher levels, most notably at Huddersfield. The season that Danny Ward was on loan at Huddersfield, Lolly was there as well, and they got promoted to the Premier League. But he didn't play for them in the Premier League, or if he did, only a couple of appearances, Lolly. But he's a talented player. He's like early 30s now, but good player for Sydney, and he seems to have scored quite a few, for them in the A-League already.
Patty says he got taken out there a little bit too. Ollie Palmer, I'm a little bit ahead. Ollie Palmer just trying to do some work here too. Danny Ward looks like he says pretty good distribution so far.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And that's important. I mean, we're not going to bring in players if they don't fit our system, and that's something that's important to us. We need to be, sort of having keepers who can use the ball accurately, and so that'll be part of the profile.
Yeah. Allison's asking, Mark, do you think Danny Ward will get the start over Arthur if we're both fit? Oh, you just made a nice save there.
That's a hell of a good question. I'm still waiting for the save. But he's I mean, I think, let's be honest, Parkinson, like any football manager worth his salt, is going to say to both of them, whoever deserves it gets a chance.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's guaranteed Okonkwo's first choice. I mean, Ward's a hell of a player. Yeah, it's good take that. A hell of a player to bring in at this level.
He's what, 30? No, how old is he? 31? He's 31, I think, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not very good on ages.
Yeah.
In the build-up before that shot, it was a good defensive header by Aaron James at the far post. That was a nasty cross coming in that he flicks out for the throw-in. And then the shot as well, James did well to get across and put pressure on that shot, or it might be more in the corner. So I like Aaron James. I feel a bit sorry for him. I feel like he, if he'd come through a couple of years earlier,
he might have the match up.
Yeah, I think he still might, but
I hope we keep guys like that on the squad for some cup matches, but I don't know how that's gonna shape up this year. Here you go. Joe Lally, ironically, is from the town he lives in. He and his family are massive Villa fans.
Oh wow. Lolly started off at Birmingham as well, so must have been trying to destroy them from the inside.
That's our John Merrill. That's our local Birmingham City supporter. Never heard of him though.
Yeah, well then.
Yeah, good guy.
I'm sure I'm vaguely aware of them. They won the cup in the 30s.
That was our first danger, Sea Lord. There's definitely danger there for sure.
You say about the cup games this season, but remember, we're not in the Virtue Trophy now. And that was the game which allowed us to keep a lot of that second 11 ticking over, didn't it? So we need to see what happens. And it's just a League Cup and the FA Cup. And the FA Cup, well, we're entering 2 rounds later than
third round.
we did last couple of seasons.
Which is probably what, October maybe? Would that be October?
January.
Okay.
Yeah. So the third round's a big deal in British football. First weekend of January normally. It's where the big teams come in. And we're one of the big teams now. Isn't that beautiful? I love that.
Say it with your chest. Esteban, can we do a time check we are in different times. We're trying. I'm at 15:02. Mark is about 30 seconds behind me, but I'm holding off on my comms with my commentary. Not that I'm commentating, but holding off on my reactions. Mark, where are you at time wise?
14:45.
Okay, there you go. Sync up with Mark, and I'll maintain my silence. So somewhere in the middle of there, everybody. Not an exact science tonight.
Lepus, your boyfriend set a Guinness record for the tallest mohawk years back. It's in usually. I misread that before. I thought it said Marrow.
Oh,
I was thinking just the county fair.
Oh my God!
Wow, tallest mohawk.
Yeah,
Lord.
That's a pretty good feat right there. I like it.
Yeah. It scares me that mullets are coming back in fashion.
You know, did they ever go away? That's the question.
Yeah, they did over here. I think it's one of the 4 signs of the apocalypse.
Ollie Rathbone did have some nice moves in the middle of the park there for sure. A couple minutes ago. Mark is always there to joke that he knows his coffee. Reliable says, "Me too, Mark. It's especially with the kids with the mohawks." Yeah. We seem to be gelling okay, but nothing really, nothing dangerous from us yet. It is packed. Wow. Do you have any? Sorry, go ahead. No, you go.
I just realized what you said. Well, Alison said then. I didn't catch it. Oh, man. 30 seconds late at best. And we did have a nice coffee, didn't we, this morning?
Oh.
I didn't realize Alison was sitting right next to me. I had the sound-cancelling headphones in. Totally blanked her for about half an hour, something like that. And I suddenly thought, oh, hello, I know you. So, nice to
nice to see you, Alison.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay. I had a little bit of caffeine, but because but I'll try to go back to bed after this. But yeah, I don't. If I go for a full coffee, I won't go back to bed here. That kid is pretty choppy, but like I said, if they're playing rugby league on it and cricket, that's yeah. Dave says, Mark, sorry, we don't have US foods for you at halftime. Ooh.
Don't worry, it's too early in the morning to be for even me to be filling my mouth. So,
oh man, we got something. Josh, you look like you're still sleeping. Sorry, I'm watching the game. It's not easy at this time in the morning.
Oh, Wayne, just so you know, the SCG is next door to it, is it? I've been to a test match at the SCG.
Ooh, nice.
I was brilliant. Funnily enough, wearing my old yellow shirt. So, as it was the first day of Test cricket in the millennium, that shirt's older than I thought. I don't know where it is, but it does look similar to that same shade of yellow and green. But,
I do like the kit.
The reason I remember is because we scored. Oh, it's offside. That is it.
Is yes, I?
Oh no, we have scored.
Yeah.
Aaron James? No. Brunt?
I think it's Brunt.
Yeah.
They fumbled that in, didn't they?
Tragic, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Good free kick delivery, though. You put a free kick into a difficult area.
Yeah.
And, even if you can't immediately get in the end of it, it's difficult to defend, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I like Brunt as a player. I think he's going to come leaps and bounds this year. They might call it an OG. I don't know, maybe.
It's no goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the quality of McLean's delivery, isn't it? He's put such a horrible ball in. Yeah. Defenders have to be facing their own goal, and as a result, in that occasion, just looking at it again, he's unsighted by the centre back in front of him, waving a foot at it. He thinks his mate in front of him, I think it's Popovich, is going to get it clear, and then before he can react, it's hit him and gone in. But the quality of ball in like that causes the problem. Now, the question for me, from my failed goalkeeper perspective, is can the goalkeeper get his defensive line 2-3 yards higher up so that those players aren't right on his toes? I think maybe not. It's a really bad place to concede a free kick. I don't think he can, but I'd be interested to see that again, just to see whether the keeper could have set that up, about taking responsibility as a goalie. 6-yard box is mine. And then the Wrexham players can't get so close to attack it.
Yeah, and also, Here's the ball. They're gonna. This is another punt. The Macca ball in was beautiful, and he slipped at the same time too. You know, so he still got it. I mean, I don't know if he'll start, but he still got it. You know.
Oh, 100%. He looks really sharp, doesn't he, as well? Both games so far. Chris says Macca planned it that way. Totally agree.
Totally. Yeah.
Stick the ball in a nasty area and cause a problem.
Yeah. Let them deal with it, and you know, there we go. It hadn't come through if it was a no goal yet. I'm trying to hear if it is or not, but
it definitely was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The it's funnily enough saying about putting the ball into good areas. Seems like I'm on a cricket mood today. Great cricket phrase created by, I think, by Geoffrey Boycott, legendary England player, of the corridor of uncertainty, and that phrase has spread to other sports. The idea of putting a ball where your opponent isn't quite sure what to do with it. So in cricket, it's should I try to hit this or leave it, and make that little bit of indecision. And in football's terms, like I say, McLean just putting that ball in with the defenders are running towards their own goal. They're quite close in, and they sort of want to leave it, but they can't because you've got Brunt coming in behind, and if you leave it, Brunt scores. So you don't really want to play it, but you're going to have to make a snap decision.
Ted Nelson says to you, with Macca, it'll be the speed issue, by the way, talking about that. But time will tell. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Comment in a way, but I mean, having said that, his stamina and his ability to drive with the ball is good. And it was interesting seeing him in the Sydney, sorry, beg your pardon, the Melbourne game, playing as a centre midfielder, which when he first was doing that, you know, when he first came, I liked the look of. Later games last season, he didn't do it very often. I didn't think he had as much of an influence there as I thought he might, but he looked very, very sharp at Melbourne.
He did it. Yeah, he was accommodating for Mendy, but you know, I don't know what his plan for Mendy will be this year. But yeah, he didn't play too well in the middle of the park last year, Macca, that is. But you know, he did play well up front at one point.
Yes, yeah. We'll go ahead on to that actually. in my time zone.
Yeah,
it's interesting as well looking at Rathbone, because McLean is doing a lot of coming inside as well, maybe a bit more than he usually does, with Rathbone offering width, which McLean was doing when the roles were reversed with Mendy as well, wasn't it? The switching over, and it just looks like it might be something we've worked on a little bit. We've got a very high press on from the goal kick as well. That's good, putting pressure on. As long as you've got the energy to do it. I like seeing Wrexham. Parkinson's teams, I think, look best when we're playing with real high pressure and energy on the ball. There's some games you can do it, some games you can't. I just remember Andy Morrell quite rightly saying, like I said, that's work then, because although Sydney kept the ball quite well for a bit, we kept being brave in the press, and ultimately when the ball goes forwards, Quintal has just flicked it out of play for a throw-in, because you keep putting that pressure on, and their players start having to hurry more and more and run out of options. So I like that.
I'm wondering.
Sorry.
Do you think he's going to do 45 or 60 minutes tonight for everybody? I'm wondering. Do you think he'll do a 45-minute change? That's, you know, try to get that press in and get that fitness up. When
usual pattern is that this team will play longer. Maybe even treat it more like a normal game and not make so many substitutions.
They're coming alive here. What do you think of this back line? I mean, I'm a Scar guy. I don't know who you are for the back. I mean, they're both good players. O'Connell. Which guy do you like? Which combination do you like better back there? With Scar, or you like O'Connell?
Can I sit in the fence? Say I like them both.
Sure.
No, I can't. I like O'Connell's use of the ball.
Yeah,
I think that he brings something in. That game at Stockport last season, I thought was in some ways a turning point in terms of the use of O'Connell, and that Scar started it. Didn't do that badly, I thought, but we weren't playing well. He brought O'Connell in, and O'Connell's brave on the ball, was carrying it forwards, was playing constructive passes, and I think that can be very useful. You know, something that Tozer used to do, pinging those diagonals out and taking play forwards, bringing the wide players in. O'Connell's really good at that. Late in last season, Scar suddenly seemed to develop an extra level of passing range he hadn't shown us before. I thought he was more your Commodore Garden, big, solid centre-back, but he's saving a bit for last.
Saving the best for last. Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, Scar, for me, Scar's brought in on the same basis as someone like Rathbone last summer as an absolute star player, somebody who was of very high quality in the Championship and is going to come in and boss League One. And it didn't quite turn out that way for him, did it? But you can see those qualities in him. And it could well be, that this is going to be something we see more next time. But I like O'Connell. The only thing is, of course, he has those, and it's a difficult one, I think, this to cater for.
Yes.
I have just those that every 6 weeks he suddenly has a little bit of a slip up, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of it. It's little when he screws up pretty good. Usually it's still goal or sending off.
Yeah. But I like O'Connell a lot.
Yeah, he's got good quality on him.
I find it hard to quantify that. That he'll go, like I said, a month, 5-6 weeks without anything like that happening, and then it'll be costly at Barnsley or at Shrewsbury, for example.
Steve Barton, thank you very much for gifting 5 local pundit membership podcasts. That's really generous, my guy. Appreciate it. Get them while they're hot. Love it. Thank you, Steve. Hope you're well. Thank you. By the way, Nikki D says O'Connell slipping Jimmy. There you go. Reference to Better Call Saul there.
I see Steve Barton says, has anyone seen Harry all over at the match? Well, I think it's all over. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. That's the famous British football quote when England win the World Cup, and the commentator says they think it's all over, and in England score, it is now, and that's like the football quote in Britain.
We're gonna put that on there.
Yeah.
I love it. Question from Mark from Frankie S. Are you wanting to adopt the sideline flamethrowers we have at the Aussie games? It has some dragon elements to it. We won't be out of place at the Stoke Terrace. We'll keep the fans warm.
I understand that, I said about the mullet and getting special dispensation to wear a mullet. I believe that Dobson has asked for special dispensation to have a flamethrower on the pitch during matches. Just to add a little air of intimidation. I would love that. I would love that. I mean, it'd be awful, wouldn't it? I always think.
Are you guys switching sides too? Are you or no? You guys, because they're switching. Are you switching a little bit too, where where the commentary will be at the Stoke? Because didn't they move the benches or no?
I was told that's not happening, but
you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Isn't that Alison was saying about footage of new gantry?
Oh, really?
I wasn't aware of, but a gantry wouldn't necessarily affect us anyway. The gantry's where the cameras are. We're opposite the camera where we commentate from.
Okay. Be interested to see that. It'd be like same but different. Same but different. Yeah.
They probably need a new gantry in the sense that the what's it called? The Betty Buzz suite has taken some of the gantry. And I did the women's game against Britain Ferry on the gantry, and it's a lot more cramped than it used to be. You got analysts up there, you got the actual match camera up there, and it was quite interesting because I was sort of like trying to find myself a place at the front of the gantry to actually see the game without standing behind the camera operators, because it is quite a tight squeeze. So
and you're like, I got to do a job here. I got to watch the game here.
Well, to be fair, they did as well, didn't they? So, but yeah, it was quite a tight squeeze there. So yeah, if they have expanded it, that's good news. But it wouldn't automatically affect us as commentators.
You got to watch the game. By the way, Esteban says just how surreal this is. The voice of Wrexham hanging out with us on off-duty day. Yeah, it's very, very lucky, very gracious of his time. Thank you.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Great fun.
I've
got to say, Josh, you've got together a fantastic community here. When I joined you for the watch-alongs of the Wycombe games,
thank you.
I really enjoyed the atmosphere you create, but also the atmosphere everyone else then gets in line with and creates. It's a really positive experience, and I think a very realistic experience as well in terms of an awful lot of the overreaction to football, which happens at every single club. Please don't get me wrong, but it's not a realistic picture of what's happening. And here, I really enjoy the
Mark. Always welcome. Thank you very much. We try to we try to just keep it fun, positive, and enjoy it. I mean, it's football, and not everyone has a level of knowing it, but I think we're all here all for the same reason. I think it's indicative of what what the club is about in the town, and you know that obviously better than I do. But I think that just bleeds everywhere through, which is fantastic.
And there's so many different levels on which you can watch football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that even though sometimes I can try and be a tactics snob, the fact of the matter is it doesn't matter what you get out of the game as long as you're enjoying it. It's
Exactly.
the bottom line.
Exactly. By the way, John Merrill says, I'm waiting for Scar being a blue nose to flatten Lolly.
It's coming, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Ollie Rathbone's putting himself about. He's not messing around. And yeah.
I'll tell you something that worries me with friendlies. I don't know worries me. I think can sometimes be a problem with friendlies is that referees, I feel, often officiate friendlies in a, if you will, friendly manner. They don't tend to give cards.
Mm-hmm.
I get where that's coming from, but as I'm seeing, I think what you're talking about there, Rathbone hitting his man twice. I think the fact of the matter is that players, if they're doing pre-season properly, aren't treating it like a friendly get-together. As you can see with some of the tackling from Wrexham at midfield, this is preparation. You only get value out of preparation and training and pre-season games if you treat them like a proper game. And I think sometimes the officiating doesn't match up to what the teams are like and how they're approaching it, and it can lead to things bubbling over sometimes. And
injuries too when you're when things keep going. Definitely. I mean, Dobson's going in there, Macca's going in. You're right. And not that we don't want to see him go aggressive, but they got to get the preparation there too. And people that should be having a good time should be the crowd, not on the pitch, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ted Nelson saying about the Sydney winger getting intimidated by Macca. I think is that Quintal, who is a proper prospect for them as well. Australia won the Asian under-20s championship this year, and he was in their squad, as was the goalkeeper who they bought a couple of months ago. They got a lot of interesting looking young players and a couple of good players on the bench as well. One lad, they're both sort of new signings. One lad, Okal, who scored a hat-trick for the Australian, under-20s this year. But when he was 15, he's 16 now, and they're very excited at signing him. Wow. And another lad who scored a hat-trick for them in their last pre-season game, which was a real sort of kickabout more than a football match. So I'll get to it in a second.
What do you... Did you see that? I'm guessing you just saw what I just saw too.
You've seen the keeper took a corner, caught the corner.
Yeah.
And now they're on the break now. Suddenly, James McLean says, "Hello there."
Oh my God!
I'm sure your back would like to beat my elbow.
He ran into my fist.
Exactly.
Smith. We don't know Smith's injury. We think it might be an ankle, but we don't really know. How you doing, Marie? Oh man.
Yeah, I got no information on that, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Yeah. I think more of it too would be that Parkinson doesn't want to take a risk on anybody, especially even with Hardy. With his, I think he said he took a knock to the head. Why risk it? You know what I mean? Just there's no point. Yeah.
I mean, I'm only speculating here, and I don't like people speculating about injuries, so I'm being a hypocrite. But as well, I mean, a head injury, there could be concussion protocols coming into play. There might not be, but yeah, it makes sense to not be risking it.
Yeah,
I assume there's nothing serious because Parkinson said after the Melbourne game that they've got the full squad available. Yeah. So I assume neither are serious.
And he like I said, he'll probably get his training on the pitch. Sorry, he'll be in the training with the team during the day. Why risk him? You never know. At night. John says, agreed, Mark. So the Seville defender elbowed one of our guys deliberately on the weekend as they were frustrated. The ref gave a gesture and he saw the elbow and told him to calm down.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right, John. And think of it from a player's point of view. You're taking it seriously. The other side are taking it seriously, and then the referee ostensibly isn't. And to be fair, they'll be under pressure from the managers. Come on, it's only a friendly. you occasionally see referees go to the bench and say, right, in a normal game, I'd send him off. So sub him. And as it's a friendly, teams do. But to me, I just think these are professionals. Take it seriously. It didn't used to be so much like this. It used to be more relaxed to pre-season friendlies, but this is how it should be, isn't it? This is proper. These are professionals. What's the point in Wrexham soft pedaling for a few games and then trying to go to Southampton and get a result? It's not going to work.
What are we?
21, well, again here. Sorry.
Yeah, 21 days away, and like, okay, now we got to start playing. No, you got to start playing at some point. Yeah.
Exactly.
Macca forced a personality all over the game. Yeah, he's doing it. It's good, but you're right. He is cutting in. He is cutting in a lot, Macca. Ooh. So far, we haven't really been able to stick the ball up front with Ollie. No, we haven't put it on him yet. No.
Yeah, it's been a bit more like the second half performance, and we're not hitting Palmer as early as in the first half. But I think Palmer absolutely outmatched the Melbourne centre backs. He bullied them, I thought, and as a result of that, our diagonals. Well, Chip, I said, Harry Ashfield, what a man. He was bullying their centre backs. Their right-sided centre back normally plays at right back. And whether Palmer sort of picked up on this a bit, he was pulling over to him, and players on the right-hand side, Wrexham, were standing up the big diagonals, and he was just bullying their centre-backs, especially Rawlings, the right-sided one. The other centre-backs, much more experienced for Melbourne, and I thought he should have taken a bit of responsibility in terms of saying, let's step up our line a bit more. So if Palmer is bullying him, the ball's just dropping him behind, still away from the danger area. They can sweep up, but he didn't. And Palmer was bullying him. But, well, these two centre-backs at the moment seem to be handling themselves a bit better. Although Melbourne Victory, on paper, are a stronger team than Sydney. Sydney had a poor time of it last year.
They weren't competitive. They weren't at the top of the league. Who won it last year? Was it who won the league last year?
Oh, I forgot.
That's a chat.
Was it the other Melbourne team? Or one of the other Melbourne teams?
Yeah,
I forgot. Sorry.
They just showed their bench. The bench looks really young, by the way. Really young. CP Marks, a question for Mark. In terms of loaning out Wrexham players, Ashfield, Mofall, and Revan to Stevenage until January League One, as a defensive style is similar, or would Mark suggest other teams?
Right. Well, firstly, you're 100% right that it does matter where you loan players to, not only in terms of what level they're playing at, but you're right, the style of play. I remember chatting a couple of years ago to Parkinson. He was saying how he really rated Jake Bickerstaff, but there was no point in just loaning him out for the sake of it to a team that doesn't play like we do. We wanted to find teams that had we were going to use them in a similar way to the way we would. Stevenage, that's a really interesting one, isn't it?
Why Stevenage?
They were very solid defensive. I think that the similarities between them and us weren't intentional. I think, I'm honest, I think that they were just a team who were very good at defending and weren't very creative, except when they played against us, of course, unfortunately. But that's really interesting, that. Wigan, I mean, seeing Mullen go to Wigan, I think Wigan are going to be good this year. They've got the money behind them, already brought in a few players. They had very solid foundations, and you could see, they just need something more creatively and in terms of finishing. So, I think you're absolutely right. But, also, Farl and Ashfield and Revan, I think all of them, I'd really like to see them at League One level, because I think they've all got something to contribute for Wrexham going forwards, and we need to, I'm not sure League Two would be massive use for. Maybe Ashfield, as he's very little, but they've all got something to contribute.
I mean, Fall's hurt right now. I think he's coming back, but I would love to hold on to Ashfield to give him time. I don't know if it depends. The Ravon thing is interesting to me about because he looks like he has talent, but can will Parkinson trust him enough, or he's going to bring somebody in, to cover that side, because we definitely need cover for Macca. I like Macca. I just don't think he's he should be a starter this year. Oh, we're starting to cook a little bit here.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I suppose. You know, the level of depth that he's bringing in. Revan, I think, has got a lot going for him, and he's still young, but his pace is terrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is he ready to be a first-team player in the championship? Well, I say that. He's played the season as a first-team player in the championship, hasn't he, on loan to Rotherham?
Yeah. And they got relegated that season, too.
Yes, but, you know, by all accounts, he and Rathbone were the only two players worth their salt in that team.
And we took him.
Sorry.
And we took him to, Rathbone's down.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
I remember at Bolton at the start of last season talking to a reporter who was covering the game, but he said that the year before his team that he was covering all season was Rotherham, and he said firstly Rathbone absolutely stood out, and secondly Revan was pretty much, like I say, their next best player. Interesting though that Dave Foster's in Revan needs a better final ball. And I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah.
Remember, Longman could play on the left as well.
Yeah, I think Longman played really well on both sides, especially toward the end of the season. He really came alive. Yep.
I was very impressed with Barnett in the second half on Friday.
Yeah.
The quality of his delivery was very good, I thought.
He puts a fantastic... The only problem with him last year was that teams started to figure him out and double teaming him. So, yeah. By the way, not to jump around, I apologize. I don't know where. I don't think Rathbone has come back on yet. I don't think you see him.
No, I think you're right. Ashfield's dropped into midfield. I think
it didn't look. It just looked like just a knock. I don't know. I didn't really see what happened.
It was a challenge by the Mullet Man, Grant. I must admit, I this is too complicated. I don't know how you do this. I'm trying to get three things going at the same time. I didn't actually catch the challenge to see what sort of tackle it was. Mark,
the chat is always going, and it's like they keep the good conversation going. But you have the hard job. You watch the games, and you got to keep things up with everyone around. I mean, that's the job. This is the easy bit.
I don't know. This is multi-screening. This is way beyond my capacity. Laszlo's come to join me, haven't you, boy? You're going to come and help me?
Hey, kiddo.
He's sitting on the floor having a think. Aren't you, boy? Yeah.
They're saying it was looks like he's holding his ankle, but he landed off. He'll probably if he's not going to risk him. There's 40. Yeah, he'll just pull him off if he's not feeling it.
You would assume so. Although that phrase, I assume, means something a bit different in Britain, so careful now. And likewise, please do not attempt to say their manager's name without having a good look at it first.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even try that. Someone mentioned one of the managers too. I know we're jumping around here a little bit. Robbie Fowler, is he still a manager? I don't know.
Manager of Sydney.
Okay, he might. I think that's what John was asking there too.
No.
I
see Kurt Bennett as a question. How serious are the players really taking these friendly matches? Is it essentially just practice? Are they playing to secure starting positions or somewhere in between? I mean, I recall the days when you felt friendly games were a bit half-paced, but not anymore. I mean, as you can see with some of the tackling in this match, players are taking it very seriously.
Yeah,
like you said, there's the competition for places, and goodness me, at Wrexham, it's not just the amount of competition that we've got. It's a big shout for a penalty from Sydney.
Yeah, it looks like it is a pen. I mean, it should have been a pen. His arm was out. Brunty just put his arm out awkwardly there. No VAR though. They said no VAR.
No. He's not giving it anyway, is he? So, but yeah, I mean, not just the amount of competition we have in the squad as a cast iron penalty. That is quite.
Oh my God! Right?
Goodness me, that's a spec. Yeah. But apart from that, of course, there's also the knowledge that there could well be more players coming in soon. Well, there will be more players coming in soon. And it's highly unlikely that Parkinson's going to be bringing in squad players. He's going to be bringing in players who are going to play a role as Rathbone looks in a bit of a bad way. Revan's come on for him.
Yeah, but Parkin said they have too close to coming in, but they're with their clubs. But that's probably what's going to happen.
Great save by Ward. Unlucky the rebound.
Unlucky.
As
That's your
goal.
guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's your guy. Grant, was it Grant?
Not with a goal, I don't think. But
oh yeah,
I want to be proven wrong. He's Ward is I'd argue as a goalkeeper entitled to say, well, why hasn't the defender got to that first?
Yeah,
you make a save, you drop it in the goal mouth. You want your defenders to be switched on, respond to it.
That's
save that.
We don't give goals up like that. They were just more aggressive. More aggressive.
O'Connell's not been able to get a jump in on him.
No.
He's followed the runners at the near post. We got players at the near post to cover him. O'Connell's taken a couple of steps across to cover the run to the near post, and then when he's tried to double back, he's not quite able to get there to challenge the player who gets the first header. And good save by Ward, though, gotta say. Terrific reflexes, but his defense won't get to the loose ball.
Yeah, unlucky. But oh god, you don't want right at the end of a they moved for the halftime too. I mean, Parkinson. I mean, friendly or not, Parkinson's going to be pissed about that for sure. Popovich was the scorer. Popovich. Wow, halftime. That went by rather quick.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're playing in Australia.
I know, right? So it's 1-1 in halftime. Wow. Welsh language commentary said Sergio is saying the team is playing at half speed. Dewey Jones saying that. I don't know. Do you agree with that? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say that. You may want to change your settings on your laptop. 1.25 faster. That usually works.
Yeah. One thing that's Ollie walking off there, not to just that I mean, it looked like an ankle. I mean, we obviously don't know this, but that's I don't like that. Can't have anybody, especially him, go down early. That's not good.
Yeah.
Dave Foster, it's not a single one of our defenders jumped at that. All stayed on the ground.
I think that movement, wasn't it? I think that O'Connell coming across just creates that little pocket. Evans tried to get there, but wasn't quite close enough. I think the key is O'Connell just taking that couple of steps across to cover an area which Brunt and Revan seem to have covered. You could argue, of course, making a substitution straight before a set piece, defensive set piece, can disrupt things a little bit. You know, Revan's got to come in. He will have been briefed, but he's got to come in and pick up the role Rathbone had, unless they decide to alter it around. So it's a little bit disruptive. The ball was played into the area where Evan was in, but that's not his fault. He was just marking the near post area. And normally,
what's his name? Oh, hello, hey Ken, how are you? Frozen.
Hey boys, it just throws me straight in when I come in on my phone. What do you think of the first half?
It does. It throws them right in. Normally, yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Mark? Mark, people are saying they're going to half speed, but what do you think?
Yeah, I thought we were doing all right. I thought we looked a stronger team, to be honest. I know we'd be careful with friendly comparisons, but yeah, I thought we looked solid. We got forwards, put some good pressure on them, good pressing by us when we looked to do that. And a little bit of a sloppy goal to concede right at the end of the half. But it was a clear penalty leading up to it. So, that's showbiz.
There's a very strong Sydney FC supporter base here tonight.
Yeah. Did you see Rathbone go off? Did he go right down the tunnel?
Yeah, he's gone down the tunnel. He was limping quite badly. It looked like he had some strapping on his calf muscle.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. And Parky did look very concerned. Parky was spending a bit of time through that half just leaning against the back wall behind the players that were sitting on the bench. But as soon as Ollie Rathbone went down, he came right out to the touchline. He was very concerned.
Wow. Player of the season. Yeah. Player of the season for us last year. We need him.
Yeah. But I mean, there were some encouraging signs. I thought Owen O'Connell and especially George Evans looked like he had total control of the midfield. He had it really in control. He looked really good.
For sure.
But I tell you,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give Ollie Palmer raps again. Watching it live, they were compressing the field, Sydney FC, and keeping a very narrow line. And Ollie was forcing it wider, especially when we had the ball, to try and give our players more space.
And then he's available then for the diagonal, isn't he? Then, of course.
Yeah.
Makes a bit of room for players to maybe break from deeper positions, and Ashfield may want to do that naturally as well. So yeah.
Ashfield could see it, but he probably was struggling. He probably hasn't quite got that combination going yet, I don't think. But with a bit of time, I think that would work quite well.
I feel like Harry Ashfield was doing some really good pressing. The middle of the park, I mean, it was pretty physical. We were talking about the physicality of the game, and the ref kind of letting it go a bit. But I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Well, I think Sam Smith would work quite well off Ollie in that role. Because and
that sort of intrigues me a bit. That you're quite right. But we use Smith almost as the Ollie Palmer sort of big physical guy when he played with Rodriguez, or they both can. Maybe to see a player taking that physical strain off Smith, allowing to work off him.
The other thing I noticed was I was quite impressed with Aaron James. He, as a backup, because Max will obviously get first dibs on that role, but he's going to be quite a capable replacement for Max. Yeah.
He's good. He's good with the ball to his feet, isn't he? Which we need in our wide centre backs. He can play wing back as well, and he's an intelligent lad. I like him a lot. His loan was interesting last year because going to Warrington, I mean, come from National League North, that really felt like too low a level for him. But having said that, I understand he was really happy with it because he just knew that if he did go there. He's still a young lad. He will be guaranteed to start, and he will be guaranteed to be important for them. And I think maybe just that experience of having people rely on him to be better than the level he's playing at, maybe was very good for him. A different way to testing him and putting him in at a higher level.
Yeah. Well, it will be interesting to see what both sides do, whether they both do a full change for the second half. I'm pretty confident Parky will make a full change. And if Sydney FC do the same, that was definitely their stronger team that played the first half. So it will be an interesting second half if they both make the full swap.
Well, he's definitely made Rathbone's already out. So, that's one thing to keep a look on, unfortunately. But,
I reckon he might
not
make those changes.
Who was the standout for you, Josh, in that half?
Say again. Sorry, I heard you guys speaking.
I just like, who was the standout for you in that half of football?
I actually thought Evans looked really good. I thought Evans looked good, and Ward makes some good saves. I thought Evans looked good, and Macca going down that right side looked pretty sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, McLean looks really good, doesn't he? Really aggressive. There's a shot.
Did you have any favourites in that half?
Yeah, I think McLean. I thought McLean was having an influence on the game, wasn't he? As he does, really driving play forwards. He's not scared of a tackle, McLean, is he?
Mark.
I've noticed that.
Mark. I don't know whether you've got him, John.
Sorry.
Sorry, say again.
I've lost Mark there. I don't know whether he's still on the screen, but
I've got Mark. Yeah, he said
it might be the Wi-Fi connection here at the stadium.
Yeah, where people are they're going at their pints and everything like that. Yeah. But Jesse ZH's Macca looks like he's really trying to push his pace. And I don't know about this. Do you think Parkinson was talking about giving 60 to 30 minutes for this game? I mean, maybe that's a possibility, right?
I think so. And as well, so I just saw a comment then saying, why did we bring Revan in? Yeah, Michael Pearce, weird we bring in Revan for Rathbone, isn't it? Well, maybe because we are going to keep this team out a bit longer and McLean can now play in that left-sided centre mid role.
I was just about to say that. He might be pushing him in there a little bit too. That might be the role he might be taking up, Mark and Ken, because, for Macca not to go up and down the pitch, the whole season, maybe they're trying to push him in a little bit,
Yeah. But I do think we'll see a full change for the second half, though. So
I wouldn't expect to see any of those players out there except for Rev, who came on late for Ollie. I expect to see a full change. I thought Danny Woods, for the goal, it was a good initial save, and he really, I actually mentioned to Ib Karma, who was sitting beside me, he only had to make the one save very early in the game, and other than that, he didn't have much to do.
Yeah, I felt very sorry for him with the goal. That close in, that header, that's a great save, I think. And he's, entitled to expect his defenders to react quicker. Perhaps I did see somebody talking about basics are to stay goal side of your man. I think that the issue is, like, header comes in, defenders are looking to get in the front foot to attack the ball, so when it drops them behind them, they've not reacted as quickly as Popovic did. But yeah,
I agree.
Ward's
Mark.
got right. Sorry.
I agree with you. It's a great corner, a good header, a great save, but then the attack was just too quick on the ball, and Danny had no chance to save it.
He looks good, though. I like Danny Ward. So I'd come in to late that too. Barney needs to clear his first man more often. That was his problem last year, but still get the ball in.
Actually, it was very evident. It was very evident that Ollie was playing the far post when Barney was coming down the right, and he couldn't get the ball to Ollie. And I will say that even though I am a Harry Ashfield fan, he probably wasn't getting himself in the right positions for Barney to feed him the ball, to be fair.
Patty says, poor half. This group doesn't look ready for the championship. What do you think, Mark?
Well, Paddy Power, bookies are never wrong, are they? There's a reason why bookies have 4 windows taking your money and only 1 paying out. We can't judge on pre-season friendlies, would be my argument. I think it looked solid enough. As somebody said as well, very hard to judge. John Hill's very hard to judge the standard. We have 3 different teams out for 3 different halves. Naturally, be a bit disjointed. I mean, nobody would expect this 11 to be the side that starts against Southampton, would they? So, although, like I've been saying earlier, that players do take these sort of friendlies a lot more seriously than I think they did in the past because of the rising levels of professionalism in the game. It's still not real football.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely a more physical game than the Melbourne game.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah.
And especially our second half, that Melbourne second half team. I mean, how many of them were allowed out after 7 o'clock at night? They all had homeworks to do, didn't they?
Oh my God. Welsh Tech is English S4C. I don't know what that is, but you probably know what that is. Commentary are convinced we'll have at least 1 preseason friendly back in the UK before the season starts. Do we think that's possible?
I think we need, and actually, I think we need at least 1 game back in the UK against a top quality side that will dominate possession, just to put us under more pressure. I think that would be really pivotal for us to help us start the season well.
Although, don't underestimate the value of playing someone like Chester at home, beating them 35-0, and going in with terrific confidence. I mean, like I said, we'd go easy on them. It's only a friendly. We've got to have at least 1 more.
Yeah,
We've got to. I mean, to go into a season with 3 pre-season matches would be very unusual, especially as we're rotating. And like you're saying about whether to change the whole team at half-time, well, that's an early pre-season move, isn't it? So, yeah, we must have more games arranged. We must do.
Yeah. I'm just looking out on the pitch now and can see the players warming up for the second half. But Ashfield and Palmer are still out there at the moment warming up, which is interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you might give them 60 minutes, guys, what Paddy was saying. I mean,
to me, that suggests that might be a warm down. They're playing 45, and then they're going to come off. I could be wrong. I'm terrible at interpreting the signs at half-time and pre-match.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I just got a phone call. Parky's asked me to come down and throw on the boots.
Yeah, fair enough.
We must be going to throw this game.
Well, I'm wondering the same thing because there was a comment earlier on that was really nice saying they'd like to have me in the commentary, joining you. Thank you very much. But saying, but our midfield is trash. And I thought, is there a correlation between that? Should Parky have put me in the centre of midfield? How long? We've got about 5 minutes left. Do you think I can get there in time?
I think you could do. Just get in there and go.
Fasten the speeding bullet. Fasten the speeding mullet.
Speeding mullet. A speeding mullet.
It's pre-season for me as well.
We're just warming up. Teams are coming back out right now, actually.
It's starting to get very loud here, boys. I might jump out because I can't quite hear you. So cut me out, Josh, and let's hope we get the victory.
Have a go, you mug.
Oh, man. They're having a good time. That's fun. I mean, listen, everyone's having a great time there. Halftime, as you know, it's 1-1. Gave up a late not a header. Was it a header or no? A headed down ball, saved by Ward and kicked in by Popovich. I think his last name there too. But yeah, ready to kick. It looks like I don't think he's making any changes.
Hey. I'm ignoring the fact I said they were warming down and saying I called it.
You know, you cut out when you were saying it. So.
Oh man.
Okay. Always beat Chester. That's a mission statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something about Frankie S. I spoke to a lot of Wrexham locals who came to Melbourne. They were adamant Wrexham will not play Chester for such a long time. I teased them saying they may get them in a friendly or a cup game. Oh yeah. Friendlies are hard to imagine. Because then the police will say, "Oh, you're not playing that game," because even though it's a friendly, that sadly will attract people who want to cause trouble. Cup game, could happen. Although Chester got to get through a few rounds of the FA Cup now.
Yeah, 3 at least for sure.
Yeah.
They kicked off for me. I'm ahead. I'm going to keep quiet, but it doesn't look like he's made any changes. Yeah, other than the red one. Yeah, I'm 30 seconds in, and I can't pause it, but I will try again. But no changes.
Yeah, like I said, building up.
Yeah,
the fitness could be that he gives them an hour, but I kind of feel that this may be more normal style substitutions. Where players are lasting longer than that. Let's see.
Everyone. I'm going to bring up the Palmer thing again. I mean, is he making it? Because he said he had a conversation with Mullen. Mullen wanted to go. He obviously had a conversation with Palmer, and he probably said he wanted to stay. I mean, is this going to happen?
That may be the case. It may be that nobody's come in with a deal that Palmer's interested in. I mean, we've got to remember as well that without Hardy or Smith in the squad, somebody said, "Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I keep seeing it." Oh, there we are. Right. Jan Hill's saying, if J-Rod slots in the number 10, who plays up top if not Palmer? Callum Edwards? Well, yeah, in this current squad.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of the reason why they're playing this lineup in attack, not least because beg your pardon, Rodriguez, I assume, wasn't fully fit for the first match. So they're bringing him in, gradually.
Gradually, yeah. And Patty said, again, everything will be reflective on team right now. As Mark said, it will not be our first 11, but against weak opposition. To me, it shows we are not good enough. Ooh.
Bottom line for me, the best way to judge preseason, what state are we in on the first match or the first month? And that's the key thing. If you lose all your friendlies, but it gets you where you need to be for the proper matches, that's a good preseason.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great cross that by Barnes. That was a typical McLean header.
Just back post, yeah, by the way.
I don't want to make this sound negative. It's going to sound negative, obviously, but McLean, proper blunt instrument, isn't he? And he does stuff like that. Just a proper straight run. You can't stop him. Bang, contact. I love it.
And good, and good there. Mark says, Carol asks you, Mark, I would donate any amount you wish to your favorite charity for an autographed picture.
Gosh, really? Oh, that case. The Cats Protection League are about to become very wealthy.
Yeah.
That corner then. So, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. That corner, that header rather by McLean.
Yeah.
Interesting to see that rotation I was talking about, where Revan has made the run inside and he's carried it on into the box. So he's made the run that in the traditional style you would expect a left-sided central midfielder to make. And then that allows McLean, who's stayed out wide, to make a late run in the way you'd expect a wing-back to make, as McLean has done in the past so often for us. So, again, that rotation. And I'm just thinking as well, I mean, Revan, if you talk
he's
about...
in the middle of the park. Rev's playing in the middle of the park.
I mean, he did that in the Virtue Trophy game, didn't they? And I think they named him man of the match.
Yeah.
So, that interchangeability between the two of them is quite interesting, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. He's
playing in the middle of the
park.
park.
Clean starting position is out wide, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rev's playing that left side, that same spot that Rathbone's played. That's a very interesting position for Rev. He doesn't, I mean, has he played there before?
Like I say, the Virtue Trophy game he played there, and played well. And he did, I seem to recall a couple of times coming on as a sub, he did briefly. But I mean, I suppose in a way, he's got the qualities in some ways like Rathbone, in terms of he's got a hell of a good engine.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
Got pace. He's an interesting option in that position, isn't he? Whether he's quite got the touch in the tight areas is a different question.
Yeah, as I said,
there's a phrase I don't want to use again.
Yeah, touch the better. Yeah,
take it off the air.
Matt Owl says Smith supposedly had a minor surgery to move a mass from his calf, hence not appearing. I don't. Matt, do you know Matt Owl? He lives in town. He might have met him a couple of times.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, hopefully that's minor surgery is all right, I guess, isn't it? Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But the thing with a calf problem, of course, is we had mad cow disease over here. You've got to be careful with it. That's why you don't see many farmers playing football. Like I said, it's my pre-season too.
Yeah. Everyone's warming up. And it is 3:38 in the morning for me, so I'm not full blooded myself.
Doing very well.
I got the Velvet Hammer signature as well. That's got to be one of a kind match program. Yes, for sure. Lovely. And Mark said, Mark is my favorite Wrexham autograph from my April trip. At the time I got spent on the road was priceless. He's a great guy.
That's so kind. Thank you so much. Well, I enjoyed your company as well. It was brilliant. I am the luckiest guy on earth to get to meet so many amazing people like you guys. I really, really am. I can't tell you. And I guess this is the point, isn't it, of the sort of intangibles about this takeover, how life enhancing it is to have this stuff happening around my football club. It's a treat. It really is.
It's got to be. It's got to be surreal. I mean, it is. I mean, even for us to even do this, even just for me to be up so early is surreal. By the way, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at the Hammers jokes. I'm not we're both in preseason form here. Preseason form. Yeah.
I've regretted at least two of them. I think Josh has shown excellent judgment.
John Hill says rumors that Beck and O'Brien signings are done but not announced. They could be LOB right now, as we are starting the central midfielders in Canada now. What's LOB?
LOB was a rapper, wasn't he? Old Dirty Bad. ODB. I just thought then, am I allowed to say that on the stream?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's so hard to read. I like the fact the club is a lot less leaky than it was in terms of transfers. And so you got more speculation. I don't enjoy the speculation, if I'm honest. No. But I like the fact that people don't know what's happening and we are able to surprise with a lot of announcements. I mean, look at it this way. When the team came through, I thought, gosh, a couple of years ago, those team sheets for friendlies would have try list A, try list B on them. Now we don't have to do that. We're not scraping around to find a hidden gem. And the reason they'd say try list A was genuinely, we didn't want to announce who these players were publicly because we'd announced to the public that they were available. And we didn't want other clubs to think, oh, right, that guy's on a free transfer. Oh, we'll get him. That's why we would do it. And now we don't have to. So it's nice now that, we keep a pretty tight ship, because their names all came out after one match. Everyone would be on the internet working it out. And also, we used to leak a lot. People would always be giving info.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we now can keep it quieter and people can't jump into Gazumba deals so easily.
Yeah, we people want to come to us too. People want to come to us, and we're I mean, you know, obviously better than me, different club. Barney not having a great game. He's trying, Mary. I mean, he's still working the kinks out here, I think. Again, it's all preseason. By the way, I think it's Lewis O'Brien. The LOB was Lewis O'Brien. Yeah.
And Beck, of course, is a Welsh international, isn't he now? Plays for Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
He had a successful loan last year in the Championship. Blackburn, was it? He'd be a very interesting player to bring in because Liverpool do think highly of him.
Mm-hmm. John Merrill says, though Lewis O'Brien turned out for Forest in their last preseason game, if the deal was done, I doubt he'd be allowed. Maybe it's not quite done yet, but I think that's one that's going to get done. Dave Foster asks you, Mark, I know you use American baseball announcers for inspiration to do your style. Do you have one or two favorite sports announcers?
Oh gosh, that's a wonderful question. Not in football particularly, actually. The coverage of cycling on the British ITV channel, the terrestrial channel, not the sports channel, is utterly outstanding. And it's a bit of a scandal that this year the Tour de France is on now and their contract has expired, and after covering it for 25, 30 years, they're not going to be covering it anymore because their standards are amazing, and the way they work in the culture of France and of cycling into it, and the detailed analysis. So the people who do that, the presenters and the commentators, are absolutely phenomenal. There's cricket commentators, there are good commentators. That's quite interesting though, because there's like trying to sort of sell a narrative a bit more than a football commentator, because cricket's a long game and you've got a lot of pauses to fill. And so there are some very good ones. Radio commentators on the cricket tend to be good because they obviously having to paint a picture as well. I'll have to have a bit more of a think about that.
Yeah, that's a good question there.
It is, yeah.
Really good question. We had a corner defended there by them too. I'm a little bit ahead of you here, but I'm watching. You'll see in a sec. Evans on the ball just looks like he's controlling that back line there. Right about from the back, I really like him. I missed him last year for sure.
Esteban was asking, do out-of-town visitors have a chance to hop on a coach to go to an away match? That seems like a cracking experience. And Dave Foster was saying, yeah, my first match was a last-minute opportunity to Cambridge in April, secured tickets and coach at 11 p.m. the night before.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm going to say yes, but certainly don't assume that you're definitely going to get a ticket, or certainly not on my say-so. Home games are going to be a nightmare because the capacity will be smaller. So that's going to be so tough. Away games, I mean, a lot of these away teams will have big away ends.
Yes.
Although, as we saw at Blackpool, sometimes the police might not allow them to sell all those tickets. Hang on, there's a chance here. It gets blocked. Don't assume you will be able to. Is the best way. But having said that, you never know.
Yeah.
Cambridge is probably a bit lucky, Dave, because it's a midweek game, so people can't travel after work long distances. And I know long distances in Britain aren't really long distances, but Wrexham to Cambridge is a good 3.5 hours motorway through the rush hours of Birmingham, most importantly. So that's a good slog after work. You wouldn't get there. So that might be why there was space available, but you never know.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. The home game's got to be the problem. The away game's probably got a better one. And Ted's is Amir or is Maka our primary threat in the attack? He seems to be, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you're right. But next year's going to be, the home games will be tough. But always plan ahead, I think, is what right, Mark? Always plan ahead.
100%. And I mean, you never know. Yeah. If you don't get what you want, opportunism can pull off. You can pull it off sometimes. But be prepared that you might not be able to. If you come without a ticket, it's.
Yeah, I got very lucky last year. I got very lucky. Yeah. definitely going to
And traveling, actually, Esteban, you've just kind of took the words out of my mouth. You said traveling with a bunch of rowdy, drunk Wrexham supporters would be an unforgettable experience.
Yeah.
You are not wrong there, Esteban, I assure you. But just in general as well, away games tend to have a great atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're outnumbered. You're in a smaller part of the ground. You're all squashed together, and you're all defiantly making noise. And you know, away fans often will like make noise all through the match, which home fans won't so much.
You know, it's one of the games that I saw as an away match. I was actually at Southampton. I watched the Manchester United game in the Southampton home end, which is a brilliant stadium. I really liked it. But it's a nice
Wrexham away game. Oh, I'm getting mixed up.
I went to a home game too. I went to the home game, but this was probably my wife and I went to a game maybe 5 years ago at Southampton, and that's cool. That's obviously our first stadium that we're going to play at. It was really good. Max is warming up. Looks like Max is about to come on. But no, it's going to be a great experience next year, and I cannot wait. And Esteban says MH Travel was very helpful with this trip. There you go. That's great. They do a good job. And
there's lots of people who are willing to try and give advice. And there's lots of people who are willing to try and give practical help as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
So don't be shy reaching out to people, I think would be my advice.
I'm
rubbish at reaching out to people. I am really shy. I know I don't come across that way, but I'm terrible at sort of asking people for things.
Yeah.
So I'm being a hypocrite again, but yeah, be bold. You never know.
Hey, if you don't ask, they're always going to say no.
Exactly.
I think he's about to make a full change here too, by the way. I just saw that coming up. What do you? So someone asking about Barney. Not
There's a shot on that.
Yeah. What do you think, Barney? Back up still, not getting a starting job back. Someone was just saying that. There you go. Chris says it right here. Yeah.
Well, like we were saying with the strikers, the goalkeepers rather. You want to put pressure on by not having a set idea. You know, you play for your place, you earn your place with your preparation, with your performance. I thought Barnett looks really sharp in the first match. He didn't seem to have had as much of an influence in this game, but like I say, we don't want to judge him too much.
Yeah, it's still preseason, still getting the legs under him too. Yeah.
I mean, the problem for Barnett is Longman's class, isn't it? You know, that's the issue. I mean, there's a ready-made good championship player right there.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have for Parkinson for sure. Yeah. But the pitch is getting torn up too. I mean, I don't know if you noticed it. It just got a good look, getting really torn up. No Smith or Hardy is a significant factor for us, obviously. Yeah. We play a little bit different style, I would say. You know, than without him.
Certainly. You know, I mean, the service you would give them would be different to the service you'd look to give Palmer. Although Palmer was unlucky then. A little ball around the corner for Ashfield, and Ashfield is just offside.
Yeah, nice little 1-2 there. Yeah.
And Mad Al saying it shows our level that the league's top assist player last season can't get a game. I think, exactly. And he was second in the entire league, wasn't he, Barnett? He was one off having the most in the whole league. But I mean, gosh, the depth in our squad is terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was in team of the season, wasn't he? Right, Barney was.
Yeah.
Barney was in the season. Yeah, and he didn't play the back end of the season. Yeah.
It used to be with the PFA, the Players Union's team of the season, which was the one that was taken seriously. That the players, I mean, this is the old days. The players would vote around February because it's like a postal ballot.
Yeah.
And therefore they would, so often players who finish the season strongly wouldn't get into them. There's no reason at all why that should still be the case, except it's football. Football administrators don't seem to move with the times. Football clubs still use fax machines. I've said it.
I mean, the David De Gea thing, like a couple of years ago, crazy. Full change here, by the way. Full change. I didn't see exactly what came on, but that's a full change. Did Rev stay on, or I didn't see?
Yeah, surely Revan stays on.
Yeah.
17-minute preseason match would be disappointing, wouldn't it?
J-Rod got on though. J-Rod's on.
Yay.
See, I like. What do you think of O'Connor? I call him Stash, getting moving back to the back line on that left side. Do you think he's good enough to the championship there?
I don't see why not myself.
Yeah.
I know he had a rough time defensively against that Santos, who was very quick.
Yeah.
But no, he did well for us last season, I thought.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Brunt is a very exciting player.
Very fast.
So again, there's a battle for O'Connor to get in, but his versatility is so good as well. I remember when we bought him from Burton, they were saying that he looked at the data for central midfielders. He was up at the top on all the stats for defensive midfielders. He was also up on the top for the stats in the division for attacking midfielders. So his all-round stats were ludicrous.
He's a good player. Really good player.
Absolutely. He's good use of the ball. I really like O'Connor.
I do too. I have time for him. He just got kind of pushed out last year because Brunty was. But Brunt's playing on the right. Is he? No. Hold on. No, Brunt. No, sorry. Max. That's Max. Sorry, Max.
Yeah, Max. Yeah. Scars in the middle.
Yeah.
I look at Brunt on the left from my vantage point. 30 seconds in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. That Mendy did come on too. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, we haven't made any signings yet, but I understand he's still on the team. But yeah, he's in there. Good to see Longman's pushed way up.
Well, we'll do that, won't we? Our wing backs will be so high up, looking to stretch the defence, the opposing defence, and that was part like I think I was referring to earlier about O'Connor's problem was that, as we just see now, long diagonal to Revan. I mean, there's 60, 70 yards, or Mendy rather, between Mendy and O'Connor, and so Mendy's not going to be able to get back quickly. Yeah. And that's why the value of players like Rathbone, and in this case Revan, in those wide central midfield positions, they've got the pace to come and try and give some cover.
These so they put a bunch of youngsters on too for so we should be able to dominate this. Scar does look like a proper. He just has that body. That's proper center half back there.
He just gave a proper centre back pass as well, but luckily we won it back.
And Callum Burton in there too. I like that addition signing too. I think he played really well. Unfortunate for him last season going down.
When I saw Ward come in, I immediately thought, "Oh, how is that going to affect Burton?" And the fact that they've immediately announced he's got a contract renewal really pleased me. If Burton's happy to stay and be part of that unit and fight for his place, goodness me. I mean, the strength and depth of our goalkeeping department, I was thrilled with it last year. Yeah. Look at it now.
It's just went up levels there too. I think Ward has a chance to start. I mean, I know we talked about it earlier. I think Ward could have a chance to start. Yeah. He did look pretty good. When does the XP start ranking its a competition to comment? I don't know XP
like extra points, isn't it? Like
extra point.
Do you get like extra points for making lots of comments or something?
Oh
like
yeah.
Or experience.
Yeah.
Oh, I can never remember. I'm looking at the age of me. I'm not a gamer, am I? Football Manager is my level. Hey?
We're only one coffee in here too.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a big coffee. Alison can back me up on that.
Exactly. And it's a good coffee machine too. I don't know if that's. Oh no, because you went out for it this morning.
I went out. Yeah. But it is just a lovely coffee machine, I tell you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Actually, you got me inspired. I got one coming myself. Longman. I'll wait on that one. I'll read. Even though this is an early morning start, I really miss watching the Lads play every week. Yes, they do. Oh,
it's coming. It's coming soon.
It's coming faster than we think.
Yeah, that's true. Soon we'll be right in the swing of things.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's going to be great. Minus the 4:30 in the mornings for me, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lot more pace with this group. Yeah.
So I've just seen what you were excited by then. Yep. That's a hell of a save, that, isn't it?
Wow, how did that not go in?
Yeah. Oh. Is it Marius in the middle, I assume?
Yeah.
I mean, fair play. He's something that struck me impressive at Hardy with that goal. You know, he made that run twice in the game. The quality striker who attacks the 6-yard box and times it well. Marriott's been around the block. Marriott scored lots of goals at good levels, and again, that's it again, isn't it? He knows when Longman's got the ball in that position, he's going to deliver, and he's going to drive in and attack that goal area. And he can't do much more than that, I would argue. It's just a fabulous save by the keeper.
Yeah, I mean, Longman left foot, right foot on any side. He's really good.
Yeah.
Good save, but just got to score this type of chance in this coming season. Yeah, I mean, that's an incredible save, those. But a lot of energy, a lot of pressing too. I could see that. There's a lot of pressing.
And then Rodriguez going close with a header there.
Yeah.
Good ball in by Cleworth. It's something that you've really got to credit Cleworth, where that maybe people don't notice so much. Was it Cleworth or James, actually? But those balls in from deeper, the crosses in from deeper are harder to profit from. But certainly Cleworth plays those balls in well. Just dropping them in a little bit of curl.
Yeah.
Just dropping in front for players to make contact with. I was unlucky from Rodriguez.
I'm definitely unlucky there too. And I think so they're out there pressing too. He probably, what is this? He's giving him 30 minutes. He probably told them, just get your fitness in, go press as much as possible. It looks like they're pressing him too. Longwood does look good though. Holy God.
Yeah. And like I said, that two-footedness, the ability to go inside or outside as well. So the defender's got an issue. Barnett's wanting to go around the outside on his right foot, and the defender can try and anticipate that. I'm not saying Barnett's restricted to that, but that's his obvious strength. Whereas Longman is perfectly capable of cutting in and delivering with his left foot. So that defender has got an issue in not knowing which way he's going to go. And
different angles coming with the ball coming in too.
Yes.
The in swinger, the out swinger.
Yeah.
That's really great too. Chris said, "Damn, Max just stepped up and got one there." Max is real class. Max is real class.
Just thinking back to Longman being two-footed as well. I mean, you watch fullbacks when they got wingers running at them. I mean, their sort of default position, if their defense is in shape and it's sort of deep block or mid block, would be to jockey the player inside. So you're not making a challenge, but you're inviting them to come inside you rather than round the outside, because then you're taking them into traffic. Whereas round the outside, you're isolating yourself. But Longman, of course, has the ability to deliver, like you say, that left-footed cross from cutting in from the right, rather than just have to come into traffic and then pass the ball in to a crowded central area. So that gives a bit extra. I mean, ideally, the traditional idea is go around the outside, and then the shape and the cross is usually better. It's easier to put a cross in that way, right-footed from the right. But Longman's got the quality to drop that ball in with his left foot from the right, which is it's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, I mean, he's inverted winger as well, which is great. I mean, he's fantastic. I don't know. Notice Rev has like this free roll. He's been all over the place. He is really all over the place.
It seems like his starting position's left-sided centre mid, but he's been popping up on the right quite a bit. However, that's following natural movements when the ball goes and other players move. Because Lee's on the right, usually used on the left in that central three. So whether it's when Lee's movement takes him across the pitch, Revan's compensating.
There's a lot more. I don't know. You obviously see them. There's a lot more. Do you think he's changing the style a little bit? Parkett's at a little more freedom, or no? You think this is the same as what he's always done?
I think the template's similar. I think that there was a sort of subtle change with Rodriguez coming in, where he will drop off and be more of a second striker, whereas the Mullen and Palmer combination is more of a traditional. Those two are up the pitch, putting pressure on the centre backs all the time. But it's and Ashfield, of course, is maybe suited to that sort of role if he plays up front. But and then we can switch when I just see Esteban mentioning Fletcher. We would switch when Fletcher would come on. Then we'd be back to two pushing up on the centre backs and going hell for leather late on in the match. But it's I think subtle little alterations. I'm quite curious at this. Like I said, to me, there's a little bit more of the interchange of wing back and wide centre midfielder than maybe we saw before. We did see that. Ford and James Jones used to do that, but they used to do it more as in the final third. James Jones making those lung-busting golden retriever runs around the outside of Ford, whereas now they seem to be doing a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
and interesting.
And also too, this is not our obviously final squad, so he's just trying to put shape in there. Matty James is Jesus, he's class.
I love him. Yeah, he's such a good player, isn't he? Matty James.
He's so good. What a great addition. Rem seems to have lost a lot of pace since he started on the Rex Coast Tour. Not a negative, just starting regularly. Perhaps.
I love James. I love players who just boss the game in the middle of the pitch. Who are so savvy and intelligent. Players like him. Dean Keats was like that for us. Ooh, that's a goal.
Oh,
good finish that.
Wow, wide open back there.
Very much against the run of play that.
Oh yeah, it's a good goal.
Yeah, he's. I've got to be honest and say that it doesn't concern me as much as it would in a real game. Naturally.
Yeah. What happened here? Ball cut through. I mean, I don't. He's keeper. I'm not going to say keeper should have done better. That's a pretty good strike.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good strike.
For me, we've got a situation there, which is it's a trade-off that we make of our wing backs are very high up the pitch. We look to attack, and then we will leave space behind them out wide, and we've not managed to cover that. So Longman's way up the pitch. It's how we set up. And the lad on the left-hand side who gets the assist is that really quick 17-year-old I was telling you about, who's supposed to be a terrific prospect. So it's going to be difficult to make up ground on him. And then the back three have got an issue. What do we do here? Because they're essentially marking three. And the fact that the lad Aiken's gone wide, you got a decision to make. So Cleworth decides he's going to have to come across. And then we're a bit stretched at the back and just creates that space to get the shot off. Burton, having got a hand on it, I think will be a little disappointed. But having said that, he's slightly wrong. He's slightly unsighted by Cleworth getting across. And you could see Burton's body language was, oh, come on, get to him a little bit quicker.
Should have went after him. Should have pushed out a little bit more to him. Yeah.
But the problem is, like I said, we were lopsided, and the back three's got to make a quick decision about whether to cover across or not.
Yeah. Steve Bart says AO gets that all day. He did get a hand on it, but it could have went wide. It's a strong hand, but I mean, it's got to give fair play. It's a decent goal. I thought Max should have came out a little bit more. We did get pretty stretched back there too. But you're right. These kids are energetic. The kids that came out for Sydney, they're going to go out and try to prove something too.
I've got to say as well, people, critics talk about Parkinson being risk averse, and I just don't buy that at all. Look how many games we've won over the last 4 years. You don't get that by keeping it tight and hoping for the best. And I think this is part of it. It's the trade-off of we play with high wing backs. We are open if we don't get our shape right to the counter-attack.
Yeah, and that's the risk we take. But you're right. I mean, we're still preseason. This kid, oof, God. The tails are definitely up here for Sydney FC.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen Lee losing the ball. He's a bit slow making his mind up there.
Lee hasn't looked good in 2 games for me. I know he's only been out there a couple of minutes. I didn't think he looked good in the last game, but
I thought he improved into it. He grew into it. I thought last 20 odd minutes and a half, I thought he started to have his influence on it.
I mean, he'll obviously play this season. I don't think he'll be a starter, but what do I know? But I don't think he's going to be starting the season.
We've got a lot of options, haven't we? In the middle of midfield, and we have yet to reinforce them. We're bound to.
Yeah, exactly. John Merrill says Wrexham have lost composure in the middle of the park. They have taken over in that area. I mean,
it's the transitions for me that are the issue. They've got 2 chances there, the goal, and then that one that's led to the corner where they just hit us quickly on the break, haven't they? Using the pace of these young lads. I thought we'd been in control of the half until the last 5 minutes, but it's more their pace on the breakaway that's hurting us.
Yeah, I'd rather have a competitive game like this than go out and smash somebody. I mean, 3-0 less is fine. I'd rather have some of this preseason, get the kinks out now, But yeah, because these kids have come on and they're trying to prove something here, and definitely trying to prove something here. And we were pressing.
Totally agree. I remember we always used to play like an early season friendly with a local team, and I remember us beating Mold Alex 8-0, and people raving about it. I'm thinking they're an amateur team. Let's not get too carried away about this, you know.
That guy's a plumber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not the plumbers can't play football.
No. They're better than the electricians, apparently.
Oh, careful.
City has gotten their feelers up. They said they are doing what Aussies do and amp up their energy. I mean, they're out there to play, to compete. Why wouldn't you? If I'm 17 years old, Mark, I'm going out there. I'm going to try to smash them. You know?
Yeah. If I'm 17-year-old, I'm just going out into town and getting smashed. But that's a different match altogether. They're just the stereotype is about Australian football is, you know, about energy and they don't stop. And they certainly have been quite direct and in the second half. But it's interesting, inexperienced, but they got the legs. Fair play to them.
Fair play too. I mean, they totally put us out of. We were controlling this game. They totally put us on the back foot here. They're celebrating it at this crowd. I mean, Parkinson won't be happy with either one of those goals at all.
No, not at all. Sean Deasy says, Mark, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't wait for Josh to do a Sasquatch along. That was decent. I'm happy with that.
Oh man! So the reference.
Sorry.
The reference is I did make a Bigfoot movie, and we were calling it Bigfoot Summer. So
that sounds like some weird fetish thing, Bigfoot Summer. Hang on, Longman's getting into a good position. Too much on the cross. I had when the email was a new thing back in the 1860s. I think it was one of my first email addresses was Bigfoot.
No,
not after the hairy fella.
Yeah.
Do I believe in Bigfoot? I'm going to say yes in terms of it'd be fun. I don't really believe in Bigfoot, but I do believe in Bigfoot being a bit of a laugh.
Yeah,
makes sense.
At least for our context. True. Yeah.
I bet he'd be good at the back, wouldn't he?
Yeah, we're gonna sign him as a new center half. You were just talking about Longman there too. He should have gotten greedy there. I don't know. I mean,
is that with the crossing position, Chris?
Yeah, I think of the cross.
Yeah.
I think Longman's probably the best player of the pitch for us right now, considering. But our back. But
he's got into a great position, and his pace has been a big part of that. But then the players in the middle haven't kept up with him, and he has to release in the end. I wasn't sure he had a shooting angle myself, but he's got to try and put something in.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. I mean, obviously, does Bigfoot eat human flesh? That's what I want to know.
Maybe he's like, what does he eat? To get that big? I want to know.
If he does, would it not be prejudicial to stop him doing that while playing football? And therefore, could we also use that?
Yeah.
Dobson, McLean, and him in the center of the pitch. Sheesh, you're not going to get past them one way or the other.
Yeah, he takes up 2 or at least 3 seats on the coach for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Had to pay a bit more for that chartered airline.
Big switch there. So a quick question about the bench. I meant to ask you this earlier. This is kind of off topic, but not really. Purvis Purvis youth player. Is he any good? Have you seen him play?
Yeah, I've seen him play for the youth team. I like the look of him. Edwards as well. There's a Rio Owen, isn't it? There's a few useful prospects. So again, the issue is how do we handle that now? Because we are accelerating the league so quickly that even players that look at Farl, for example. Surely we bring Farl in thinking, okay, he assimilates last season. Maybe he's then ready to be banging him in League One this season. But we're in the Championship now. So you have to recalibrate that. Bickerstaff's in the same situation. I think, to be fair to Bankson, he does want to bring young players through, definitely.
But we're just moving at a certain pace, right?
Yeah. And like I said, there's fewer meaningless games. Meaningless is a bit harsh, but we don't have a virtue trophy that we can give players experience in.
Mhm.
We didn't get into the Conference League.
And I think that's why some of the players, like that's why Rev didn't get much time. There was such a short. Oh, they're showing the playback. There's such a small margin for error that he's like, I'm not going to take a risk. Parker says, I'm not going to risk bringing in, a Rev, full time. Mac, I can trust. I know he's going to do this for me. I think that was part of it too. So yeah,
you look at his team selections, and each season, by the run-in, we've got a pretty settled team, haven't we?
Yeah.
He's rotated maybe a little bit earlier on in the season, but we got a pretty set team when you hit those last 10 games.
Yeah.
And, let's not try and second guess the guy, because that approach really does work.
No, I argue it at none. I mean, the Blackpool game away was one of the best things I've seen for sure. And, I was fine with that, so some of the young guys you're talking about, they probably will have to stay in the academy and maybe get loaned down. But Chris says Mendy does not want to go forward anymore. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know. He's remember it's talking about balance as well, isn't it? With the team, if they're trying to release Revan to have less defensive responsibility and get up and support the strikers, he just got up to the edge of the area then, didn't he, Revan? Then the left wing back may have to cover a bit more, but I mean, I'm just looking at, like I say, I'm behind the times, but Mendy's high up the pitch then as we were attacking on the other side of the pitch, which is a sign of a wing back rather than the full back, isn't it? That you can push him forwards at the same time. Yeah,
he's pretty far up the pitch, like you're saying, as far as Mac was going, but and then Ted says, without Hardy or Smith on the field, we are not making many shots on goal.
I mean, strikers' movements can create chances, can't it? And certainly Smith's running does. But having said that, it could be that we're not creating for them either.
Yeah, there's nobody in the midfield actually, trying to be creative there too, which is, I think Longman's the most creative player on the pitch. I think for both sides of us too, at least. And Rathbone going down doesn't help, but again, preseason, everyone's just trying to get their legs under them,
Matt Al's pointing out that we only got the 2 cups, and the first cup game is Hull on the 9th of August.
Yep.
And that it's worth also pointing out that there's a decent chance, or a good chance, I think, that Parkinson will rotate his team from the play Southampton and give these squad players an opportunity. But Hull are a championship team, and that's not an easy match. So we could end up being out of one of our 2 cup competitions. And then, like I said, it's January when we next have a cup game. So, if we're looking at using them to give players a chance, I wonder how the reserves will be set up this year. That could be interesting.
Yeah, and they mentioned the depth. We will have plenty of depth, just obviously to be competitive against Hull. But how far does he want to go in it too? And then John Merrill, the Birmingham City FA Cup and League Cup, I will want out straight away next season. Distraction he doesn't want for Birmingham City. I mean, there's one way of looking at it. Cup runs are always great, but we want to be in the league next year. I think that's.
But John, when you're 18th in the league, you may need a cup run in the second half of the season, might you?
When they spend all that money and they're still 18th, just the relegation battle, right?
God, teams that spend lots of money, they're awful, aren't they? No, it is fascinating, isn't it, that football fans, will pick and choose what we want to win or not win. But when you're sitting in front of the match, it's like this. I mean, this is a friendly. I mean, ultimately, the result of this does not matter at all. But I want us to equalise.
Yeah, he's 18th bit early drinking. Oh, John, that's nice. It's not that early. We're in 5th or 6th, the best league of the planet. We have to do better. We have to be better. You talk about
any year we'll be in the best league in the planet. That's doing better.
We're going back to back.
Yeah, Chris, don't worry. It's pre-season. there's going to be, I think, 4, 5, 6 players coming into this squad as well.
Yeah.
And this is, these are disjointed. They're not a first 11.
Yeah.
In either iteration, in either game.
Yeah.
I'm gutted. Bono C has mentioned Appalachian FC's mascot is Sasquatch. And I'm gutted that you said that, Bono, because I can't believe I'm talking to Bono, though, because I was desperately trying while chatting to think of some pun with the word Appalachian in it. And I had alopecia.
Alopecia.
Some sort of bald Bigfoot gag. And now you, John, jumped in and you've stolen my glory. I'm heartbroken.
We do have a Harry. Do I have a Harry all over here? Hold on. I think I have it here somewhere. I'll give you the reference point before. Oh, shoot. Do I have it? I lost everything. My computer's a mess. There's only a minute left to go because in this game, and as of right now, we're gonna catch defeat here. Yeah. Which, hey, you know what? Maybe it's good for us. We can't always go out and just expect to just walk a team. And I think it's good that we go and get pressured.
Like I said before, we have got to we've got to view preseason as something that sets us up for the real football. If we are ready at the start of the season, doesn't matter what the results are in preseason.
Oh, a reliable expresses Mark, you're a goddamn legend. Yes, he is.
Oh, you are reliable. Fair play. Excellent judgment.
This game's going to be a reality check. I think it's just part of the preseason check. Like I said, you like a fighter. You want to be ready when we're ready. This is totally disjointed team. So I'm not worried about the result at all. I'm more worried about Ollie Rathbone than anything else, to be honest with you.
Yes, that's the negative out of this game, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. People make mistakes. People aren't fully ready in preseason games. I've seen things I've liked. Yeah. I've seen things I haven't so much. I don't think this is a major issue. I think if you played strongest 11 against strongest 11, home and away against Sydney, we win, if I'm honest. But fair play. The young lads have come in and shown terrific energy and commitment.
Yeah, you got to give them credit for that. Got to give them credit for that. But we'll take bits out of this, and we'll see how they go. But what the hell was that? Wait,
if there's a Bigfoot on the pitch, I can't wait now.
Bigfoot is definitely coming on the pitch. Mark, having joined us made my day. Yeah, Mark was always welcome.
Thank you, Bono. I thought that you were happy to do this with or without me, or with or without. Yeah, I nearly got it right.
With.
Whoa! I see what you're talking about. I looked up to apologise for my weak U2 joke. Looked down and Burton sprinted back. Oh, what the heck?
Did you see that? I was like,
that's not allowed. If the player didn't move at all, that's allowed.
Okay.
If you make a movement towards the goalkeeper at all, though, it's a foul. Because you're deemed to be interfering with him when he's got control of the ball. I remember Andy Morrell having a goal disallowed for doing that. I thought it was a bit harsh. Didn't move much. But I also remember a scoring like that at Alfreton. There's a non-league team. And Louis Moult scored for us. But basically, I think he'd noticed that the keeper was taking liberties with kicks out of his hand, and he just turned his back on him. And he just stood there in his power, turned his back, and kicked her against him. And it went in, and we scored. It was a goal.
Goal. Lucky bounce, they're saying on that. Work in progress.
And the whistle.
Yeah, and the whistle. And the whistle. Who's the kid that you liked? Number 7. Is it number 44? I think it's number 44.
Ours.
Yeah, their guy. The youngster.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Akon is, like I say, he's only just 17.
Wow.
Got a hat trick for the Australia under 17s when he was 15 earlier this year. And he did look tasty, didn't he?
He did. He was probably the most talented on that pitch today for them, for sure. Mark, you raised the entertainment value of this game. Oh, there you go.
I do think friendlies are, you've got to take them with a pinch of salt. And ultimately, apart from the Rathbone injury, this is successful because they've got time in their legs. It's a step forwards towards being ready for the Southampton game. It's also a massive step forwards in that we are going to Australia, getting great crowds and spreading the word more. So it's a positive. As Welsh Techie says there, it's only a pre-season. 100% right. I mean, honestly, it's a valuable experience. Even though Ruth is saying that the Sydney team look like they haven't grown their first facial hair yet. Yes,
they might not.
It's Appalachian alopecia, isn't it?
Yeah, and
I say that at 4 in the morning, Josh.
And Max looks young, but those guys look young. Holy God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, our guys are staying on the pitch now, and they're going to do a warm down now. The guys, see, look, he's going to run them through the paces right now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Now they're going to go for a run. Jesus.
I guess that's because we've got, different travel arrangements from being in Australia. They may have a flight to catch, so they haven't got maybe as much time to go in, take some liquid on, and then do a warm down. Plus, of course, there's no desperate need for them to take liquid on, as they've only been playing for half an hour, most of them.
Dewey says he remembers losing to North Ferriby at the TA Trophy game. Times have changed for the club.
That was traumatic, and I think that's why an awful lot of Wrexham fans, myself included, feel a little ambivalent about going to Wembley, which I know is insane.
Yeah.
But it's just, that North Ferriby game was awful. North Ferriby were, well, traditionally not even a National League team. They managed to get up. They were in the league below us. Very small club on the edge of Hull. And they got to the final at Wembley against us. And, we were thinking, well, this is good. We're going to win this. We're 2-0 up with about a quarter of an hour left. And the manager at the time, Kevin Wilkin, is a lovely bloke, made the most jaw-dropping move. He took off the player I mentioned earlier, Dean Keats, who was really, he was getting on by then, but his forte was controlling the game, and brought on Robbie Evans, who was a local lad who was the opposite type of midfielder. I love Robbie, don't get me wrong, opposite type of player. An Ollie Rathbone, box-to-box, hard worker. And we lost control of midfield. They got 2 late goals, went to extra time, went to penalties, and we lost. And at Wembley, to a team nobody'd heard of a year earlier. And then afterwards, the manager, who I've got to say, there was no talk of him being sacked before the game.
Yeah.
Went into the press conference and was asked, why did you bring Keats off and bring Robbie Evans on? And he said, because I wanted to have more control in midfield. Well, that seems so obviously to be the exact opposite of what you would do if you wanted that. He was sacked the next morning. And the moment he said that, I just thought, he's gone. Seriously, there was no discussion of him going. But once he'd done that and then justified it like that, he just thought, he's gone. And in the morning, they announced it. And it was no shock whatsoever. Astonishing. North Ferriby, Dewi, thank you so much for bringing that back into my mind. It was awful.
It's funny. Yeah, Matt from Racecourse Remember said part-timers were leading 2-0 and they fired it the next day. Yeah, bring all that back. Jesus.
And then North Ferriby actually got promoted to our league. We played them once in the league and they went out of business because they were basically pumped up by the owner or a director of Hull City who was putting his money into them. And then he, if I remember correctly, stopped funding them. And they were a tiny little club and they just couldn't sustain it. They were out of business about 2 years later.
We said it's 10 years ago, I think Dewey says. Maybe
2015. Yeah, spot on, Derek.
Well, I'd rather take that loss and be from them and be where we are today than North Ferriby be out of business. I mean,
100%. I've got to be honest. You look at some of our sob stories in the National League, and you think, they were all awful. Yeah. But if we'd gone up, Rob and Ryan would own Hartlepool now.
Yeah, or what was the first one they were going to? Was it Hartlepool the first one?
Oh, well, my understanding is we were always number one.
Yeah.
Hartlepool were you've seen this thing, haven't you? Humphrey Carr having the different criteria and
Yeah.
ranking clubs, and he says that we were top of every single one. Hartlepool sort of registered second best, but miles behind us. I mean, a big part of that was Hartlepool 1.5 million in debt. So if you remember, Rob and Ryan took over and instantly put 2 million into Wrexham.
Yep.
Well, because the trust had really worked hard to try and keep us on an even keel, that essentially was a 2 million investment. If they'd bought Hartlepool, that would have been a 500,000 investment.
Yeah, 500,000 investment. West Elkie says Aldershot was one of them too, and that was one of them up there too. And don't stress about losing preseason games; they're just an exercise to get minutes into the legs. I think pressingly, I think we just got to look at. All I care about is how's Ollie Rathbone. I mean, that's all I really care about.
100% agree with Grace Scores, Ramble, and you, Josh. Absolutely.
Yeah. See, Matt's in town. I think you probably met Matt. Good times, good guy, good show. He does a really good show as well.
Yes, yeah.
Well. All right, 4:30 in the morning for me.
Oh gosh, go on, power through. Don't sleep until the final whistle against New Zealand.
Well,
you can do this.
I can do it. I'm not going to go to bed. Oh, this is fun. I really appreciate you coming on, and we obviously planned this last minute as we did, which is awesome.
Yes.
Mel and Lionel said, "Thank you so much. They love you all for doing this." No, I'm glad to do it. And
it was a pleasure, honestly.
Yeah. And Friday night, if you're available. Happy to. I don't know what your time is, but you're happy to come on and come back for that one if you want to.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'll consult my calendar.
Okay, consult your calendar, i.e. the missus and the family. Yeah, I get it.
I'll be honest with you. At the moment, my calendar literally has a week on Friday. I'm going to watch some cricket in Manchester.
Yeah.
Boy, that test match yesterday. Good Lord, that was good. And then the next thing in my calendar is Southampton. I'm really playing it low key at the moment, so I'll see what I can do.
Okay, good. Another big question. Do you think Josh dyes his hair?
No.
See, he's met me in person.
No.
Yeah,
transplant. Regular weekly transplant.
Transplant.
You've seen that weaving they're doing on the racecourse pitch?
That's what they're doing to my hair.
Yes, those guys come in.
Yeah,
they do foreigners.
I'll just
Is
go.
Foreigner an American phrase? When you do a side job.
Yeah, a little side job. We can go. Yeah. I can go with. Where did Billy Boyle go? He went to Turkey to get his hair done. Maybe that's how I go up.
I mean, look at me. Look at the state on me. One of the worrying things about the proliferation of social media is I never realized I was going thin on top. My dad, his hair went white when he was about 40. And I thought but it was a thick head of hair. And I thought I was taken after him because I went grey very early. But I thought I had good solid mass up there. And the proliferation of social media means you see pictures of people taking a picture of the pitch from behind me when I'm commentating. And I think, oh man, look at that. I'm going full fire tuck.
You're like, that's what they're looking at behind me? Shoot, I gotta do something about it. Yeah.
They get a discount. The people in the season tickets right behind me get a discount because they're sitting right behind me. It's tragic.
You're like, we gotta go. Oh man. All right. Well, on the hair note, oh my God, Wrexham do lose 2-1 to Sydney, but it is what it is. And it's fine.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming in, man. I really do.
My pleasure. Honestly, loved it. I love you guys. This is a fantastic community you got here.
Thank you.
I really enjoy it.
Well, they're happy to have you in. We're happy to have you in, and then we'll see what happens on Friday night. We can make that happen. Yeah. And obviously, Mark will be doing the comms this year for Wrexham, and we all miss his voice. So maybe we'll be maybe we have one more game with him here before he goes back to work.
Tell Mrs. G that you miss my voice. She's stuck with it all the time. I tell you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark, and thank you to the community. Please smash a like, subscribe. We really appreciate it. And up to town. Don't worry about the loss. Let's just keep an eye on focus on what they're down there for, and hopefully Ollie Rathbone's okay.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, Mark, and everyone on that bombshell. We will see y'all soon.